Is it greasy enough? Oily enough? Hey, YouTube. Ooh, I had the weekend off and oh my goodness, I was sleeping. I'm like, charger. I was like, what? What is that? It looks a little grainy. Let me see if I can fix that for you. Anyway, Nisi, girl, act like you up. Yeah, I'm like, play, honey, play.
Is that on the evening of September 11th, 2025, Tyler Robinson turned himself in to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. According to the FBI, the walls began closing in on Tyler after surveillance footage was released and Tyler's parents began asking questions. Shortly after that 8 p.m. release, at 10 p.m. local time, the suspect was in custody. Why? Because the father informed us, pursuant to an interview with him, that he looked at
Pursuant to an interview with him. What did Cash Patel just say? Pursuant to him. What did Cash Patel just say? Pursuant to who?
video. The official narrative of the Charlie Kirk case is that on the evening of September 11th, 2025, Tyler Robinson turned himself in to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. According to the FBI, when was released and Tyler's parents began asking questions. Shortly after that 8 p.m. release, at 10 p.m. local time, the suspect was in custody. Why? Because the father informed us, pursuant to an interview of him, that he looked at the video that we
Pursuant to an interview with him. You were trying to interview the father? Does that even make sense?
released that evening and the enhanced photos and identified the suspect. By 7:57 p.m., Tyler Robinson had confessed to his friends in a Discord chat, and by 10 p.m., he had been arrested. Case closed. Or is it? Buried deep in the case files, Baron Coleman discovered in detail so important that pulling on this thread could unravel the entire case. Could this be the reason that the Washington County Sheriff's Office declined to turn over the Tyler Robinson?
I just said it was done.
That is up for you to decide. In today's video, I talked to Baron Coleman about his discovery and how this could impact the upcoming Tyler Robinson trial.
So she talked to Baron.
One thing I see constantly, people who take
She was trying to interview the father? I mean, he was trying to interview.
Sitting down to do this podcast with me.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Second time on the Nissy Social Show. I couldn't be more excited.
Yes, I can officially say friends to the channel.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Channel.
Look at these two.
Interesting things as it pertains to the Tyler Robinson case. That's why I wanted to reach out to you to explain to the audience this thing that you found that's very significant with the Discord messages that was supposedly sent by Tyler Robinson.
So what we discovered was buried in an old
Thank you for the thumbs up.
to a bait stamped video, and in the old pleading, the bait stamped video did not have a date on it, and it turns out that's pretty relevant as the case develops.
Just remind everybody of the timeline of events so we can understand the significance of all of it. So let me remove that. So this is the Discord message. So the screenshot that I have has 8:57 p.m., but I believe the correct time in Utah time is 7:57.
Correct, Judge. You are, it was Green Captain, Wisconsin, which is on Central Time, so you have to subtract an hour for Utah.
Zealous Monkey is supposedly Tyler Robinson's Discord account. And it says, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm surrendering to a shared friend in a few moments. Thanks for all the good times and laughs. You've all been so amazing. Thank you all for everything." So this is Tyler Robinson moments before turning himself in Washington County, confessing in a Discord message to his friends that he was involved. And this is very significant because we have reason to believe that he could not have been the person who sent this message. And Barron discovered that when going through some court documents.
Right. The timeline don't add up. If he sent that, remember, we watched this episode with Baron. Remember, Baron said, how was he arrested and then transported, but then sending this? Go ahead. Let me just let him finish. Happy Sunday.
Be allowed in the courtroom.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, they were
Right.
making a motion that the pre-trial publicity and trial publicity would be too much to overcome for Tyler Robinson, so they wanted to keep all the cameras.
Can you explain to the audience what is significant about this portion of the document?
Well, this was buried in a 250 something page document that was filed in March. And it initially came to my attention that the 6:25 p.m. timestamp
Right.
was really not relevant to the discussion. Why was it in there? And so I started digging into it and thinking, well, if the defense put 6:25 p.m. in there, maybe they were trying to tell us that it was 6:25 p.m. on September 11th and not 6:25 p.m. on September 12th.
Okay.
Because the conclusion everybody initially had was we would have been Mirandized in Utah County on September 12th, in the afternoon or evening of September 12th. But yeah, sorry.
Remind everyone the difference because Tyler Robinson lives in Washington County.
Oh, yeah.
The jurisdiction where the crime happened was in Utah County. That's where UVU is. They are almost 4 hours apart by car. So the theory of the case is that he leaves his home in Washington, drives almost 4 hours to UVU, does the crime, drives back, and he turns himself in Washington. But because it's not within jurisdiction, he has to eventually be brought back 4 hours away to Utah County. So the feds are telling us that this conversation happens the next day on September 12th in Utah County.
Well, let me just add that I don't know that the feds have ever said it took place in
Mm.
Utah County.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I did find it really curious that they all keyed in on this in an attempt to save the federal narrative when the feds have never made that claim that this took place on September 12th. But all the people supporting the Fed slot narrative, they jumped into action to demand that everybody believe this took place on September 12th when the federal government, the Utah state government, the county attorney's office, nobody else had made that claim except the hangers on and the TPUSA supporters and the Fed slop. Tyler Robinson did it by himself.
Editor Missy here. So I realize that this may be a little confusing. So let me just explain very quickly. The official narrative is that Tyler Robinson turned himself into the Washington County Sheriff's Office after 8 p.m. on September 11th. Because the crime happened in Utah County, Tyler Robinson had to wait a couple of hours for an officer from Utah County to drive to Washington. The officer arrived at 10 p.m. and Tyler Robinson was officially arrested. Tyler Robinson then had to be driven to Utah County where he was booked. At some point in this process, Tyler Robinson was Mirandized. The question is, when did it happen? Was it 6:25 p.m. on September 11th when he was in Washington County, or was it 6:25 p.m. on the 12th when he was in Utah County? Why this Bates number is so significant. That's why this Bates number lends itself to support your theory that this conversation happened on the 11th when he was in Washington County, not on the 12th in Utah County.
Yeah, because when we saw this first show up in March, that Bates stamp number meant nothing because there was no reference to when it was recorded. It was identifier like, hey, judge, if you want to go back and watch the video yourself, that's where you would find it. It wasn't until a later motion was filed that we discovered what that bait stamp number meant and what date it correlated to.
Right, and so if we go to the exhibit list, sorry, we're all over the place. Let's see if we can explain this in a very succinct manner.
Yeah,
So
I'm
three-
trying to do commercial sound bites and then you can clip it up later.
So 3996R1, right? So we know that this is a video that was taken at Washington County, what does SL stand for? Sheriff's Office,
Yeah.
right? On Sheriff's Office on September 11th, 2025. So this is the number that references that video, 399R6. 3996R1. And the the base number here is R2. So can you explain the significance of the R2 R1?
Yeah,
I'm glad I found me something to do because um I had already watched this episode with Baron. I didn't know that's what she was gonna be talking about. Um with Baron. I didn't know she was actually gonna be interviewing Baron with this about this bait stamp I thought it was gonna be like some new information. Let me see what Wilson Finance is talking about real quick. 'Cause I know Dan Barron, obviously. Let me tap in and give myself a thumbs up. Um, Wilson Finance was supposed to drop today as well. So, see what I mean? It's a lot going on. Ooh, excuse me. Um, let's see where it's at. I thought Zach dropped today. Younger May dropped a freestyle Friday. Corey Richards. Uh-oh. He covered Corey Richards. Adrian covered Corey Richards. Uh-oh. Riding Mango. She didn't drop 2 hours. It ain't like she said anything new. It ain't like yeah, I heard something had happened with Trump Friday. Oh God, where is Zach? Um Friday. Um I heard about it. I heard about it. I was like, again? Let me see if he dropped a video today. Second one, new footage from Ukraine. Okay. See what I mean? Like, come on, you guys. I don't even want to hear about Corey Richards either. Wait, John, I'm gonna go back to Nisi and Baron. Which girl, the algorithm. Wait a second, real quick. Let me do something. Who was that dude, white face again? Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh, Zach, why would he do this? Why would he do this? And like I'm over here struggling, and and Kevin from Just Thought Lounge dropped his video today for members only. Oh, the audacity! Uh, the audacity! Look, he dropped a video, members only. Anaya Blanchard. Do we know who Anaya is? Have I even ever heard that story? Oh, I mean, just the audacity that he would do this to us on a Sunday. What does that mean? We have to wait till like Thursday? What? He was supposed to have dropped that yesterday. Members were supposed to get the video yesterday, and we get ours on Thursday. I mean, on Sunday. It's just so upsetting. I don't even want to watch anything. Definitely don't want to watch 2 hours of Rotten Mango saying the same old thing about David and Celeste. Let me see if Armand did he go to the whatever he had going on. Let me see. I'm just gonna find me something to do. Like I just okay. What's another delay? Let me see what Uncle John doing real quick. Just give me a second. Since he ain't got nothing going on for Memorial Day tomorrow. Which I totally understand. I ain't got nothing going on tomorrow either. Um, I bought me some little garden fences that I might install tomorrow.
Around $2,000
Oh,
using only $100.
oh,
First thing I had to do was find a problem, and it was sitting right on top of my porch because these old weathered boards
right.
had the whole house tired.
Oh,
Honestly, my wife been complaining about this porch forever. Trying to do something about it. On my way, I had to try and do everything in one day. At
uh-oh.
first, I was planning to replace every board.
Right. Uh,
That wasn't gonna happen.
for sure.
So instead of building a whole new porch,
Oh, he
I decided
pulled up that grass.
once I saw how fast that changed everything,
Yeah.
I knew I had time for one more upgrade.
Oh,
So I got straight to work. To
mulch.
help you fix your algorithm,
What?
you're gonna have to watch part 2 of this video
Oh,
to see that.
my God.
I'm gonna
What? Did you drop it already? Let me see. Okay. Let me see what he did. Okay, right.
Steve
Go ahead.
calling somebody else to do it.
Go ahead, John.
It's 2026.
Ooh,
Money tight right now.
ooh,
Gas real high.
ooh.
Nobody got the time of money to be paying somebody else over $1,000.
My God.
Money for my wife.
Okay. Ooh, pardon so a miracle grow.
Big up free.
Okay. No, that ain't Miracle Grow. Who is that? No, that's Miracle Grow for sure.
They fix your algorithm too. Because instead of sitting around on your phone watching nonsense all day,
Ooh, I know that's right.
you
Facts.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
watched me do probably took around an hour and a half.
Uh-huh.
And if you wondering what the machine was that I got
Right.
started, it's called a mini skid steer.
Oh, skid steer. Ow.
Where you just
Mulch.
back and
Ooh.
over attitude.
Ooh, ah.
You just getting here, you might not
Look, she already got the decor coming. Stop playing with her in the back. You know she coming.
know what the
She already got the chairs. Oh, decor. Oh. Okay, so what? You just painted it. You could have gave me another coat on that paint. You could have gave me another coat on that paint. Like
and if you
it
go
would
back
it would have been nothing for an extra coat.
from shambles and made it a diamond.
I mean, an extra coat would have been just fine. I like the rug. I remember I seen when he built that, I believe. Okay, okay, sofa. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fan. Oh, plants. Oh, swing. Oh, fans. Okay. Books, magazines. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. She nice. Okay, come on with the music. I don't know what that is, but don't do that. Child, I love me some Uncle John. Love me some Uncle John. They want you to talk about the UFO sightings. Why y'all dropping them now? Y'all have denied them for the last 10, 20 years. Now all of a sudden, you know what? Let's okay, yeah, UFO sight. Don't. I don't have time for this today. I don't have time for this today with this UFO stuff. I really don't. Mm-mm. Let me see what's going on over here.
Home guaranteed. And the great thing is, it's 100% safe for honeybees and butterflies. Once
Oh.
you find out what it is, you'll never fight mosquitoes the same way again.
Oh.
The safest, most effective way to get rid of mosquitoes in and around your home. Let me tell you something. It's safe for your pets, and it's also safe for honeybees, butterflies, whole 9 yards. And
Oh.
it's super easy. And
Let
let me
me.
show you. I want you to get you, and you can get these. We got this one at
Home Depot.
Home Depot. We like Home Depot. We like Lowe's.
And buy.
That's right. We like those kind of places. That's just who we are. We got an orange one because guess what, Mackenzie?
Why?
Color matters.
Mm.
So get you an orange one, get you a black one, or get you a red one. Don't get a white one or any other color. Get orange, red, or black. Okay. I want you to start off with this.
Mm.
Then we're gonna put some water in it. So let's
Okay.
do that real quick. We're gonna fill it half full of water. Good enough, Mackenzie?
Yeah.
Let's stop. Let's go.
Yeah. Some grass patches.
Leaves, something like that. We're gonna put it in that bucket. So let's go do
I
that.
got a lot of that.
All right, it's not gonna take much. Now let's go put it in that bucket. We're gonna create something that's gonna kill these mosquitoes dead. You know why?
Because we're straight up killers.
All right, put this in the water. Now don't put too much debris in here.
Gotcha.
Don't want it to be too swampy. Put a little bit of this trash in here. And now here, let me show you the secret ingredient, what we're gonna add next.
What?
Mix this around in there.
No, you don't have to mix this around. Just stick it in there, let it float on top, and you're gonna be completely fine.
What do the dead plants do to the water?
The grass clippings, the leaves are gonna help make this more attractive for the mosquitoes because mosquitoes are going to lay their eggs in water. They can lay their eggs in as little as a capful of water. We're going to create a place that's going to be attracted to these mosquitoes to want to lay their eggs, but when they do, what? It kills them. But you want to add something else to this to make it effective. I'm going to show you where to place it because guess what?
Placement matters.
This is the product that you
Mosquito bits.
think
Okay.
about Depot.
Uh-huh. Oh,
This is $17.
okay.
I'm gonna put a
Not
link.
bad.
Check it out. We use this in our mosquito programs with our company that we go out to our customers every single month. And this is going to be a game changer.
I bet it is.
This is going to be safe for birds and animals. Also, too, get this, it's safe for fish.
Mm.
fish?
Yeah, for fish. You can use this in your fish ponds as well.
God.
This is say this right here has a product called BT. It's a natural occurring bacteria. And what it does when you place it in standing water, it releases this bacteria. And when the mosquitoes go to lay their egg in the standing water, it kills those eggs, it kills that larva within 24 hours.
Wow, that's really fast, Dad.
Yeah, no, right? And this right here is going to be something that you can use all around your home. And I'm going to show you how to put it in here first, okay? Then I'm going to show you other ways to use this product around your home as well.
Gage. Hello.
Way you
Yeah, I
can
be having to
enjoy your
remind myself to go to the
use
chat. Excuse me, the chat. I'm like, oh, hey, hey, hey. Hello, hi, how you, how you?
get you a
Who was
spoon.
that? Gage. I think that was it.
Don't you say a word or I'm in trouble. All right? All you want to do is get you one heaping spoonful
Are you?
of
Are
this stuff.
you? Are you? Spoonful. Okay.
And that's all you got to do.
Huh?
That's- The mosquitoes are going to die. They also made these mosquito dumps for like benches, low areas in your yard that actually hold water for a long time. You can take one of these dumps and just toss it in the ditch. It will cover 100 square feet.
How long will this last?
This is going to last anywhere from 14 to 28 days. Then you're going to have to reapply this product in the buckets. Let me show you where to put this out.
Mhm.
Then I got something else I want to show you how we can level this up to make it last just a little bit longer. Okay, let's put it over here away from where we like to hang out. We like to hang out
Sure.
underneath nature. I want to get it away from us. I'm going to show you something you can put around your patios that's going to keep them away. Completely safe for honeybees and butterflies.
Me and Mom love to hang out in the front porch after she gets done with work. Isn't that right, Dad?
Y'all like to do needle pointing together. I don't know. It's a thing between mother and daughter. They love it. And they do some pretty cool stuff. If you have a shed like this or overhang, this is a perfect place to put one of these buckets. Mosquitoes are going to find that bucket. They're going to be drawn to that. One, the color, and two, you're going to create that environment with the leaves and the grass clippings, and also that BT is going to release carbon dioxide, which is going to draw them to that area too, and they're going to lay their eggs, and this is going to keep them from hatching out. What you can do is you can make multiple buckets and you can place them around your property. Now, if you have an overhang like this, a porch or a pole barn, and you know that water is not going to get into that bucket, because more water that gets into it, you know what happens, Mackenzie?
Does it dilute it?
Yes, it dilutes it. And so you got to add more mosquito bits in it as it gets diluted. I got something I want to show you really cool that you can put out in your flower bed, and it's simple and it's easy to do. Let's go. All right, if you want to lay this bucket out in the flower beds and it's gonna get rain in it and you don't want to get too much water, then take this little lid right here that comes with that bucket. You're gonna get some wooden dowels, and then you're gonna create a little shelter. See how I have the lid? I made these little legs.
Right.
All I did was screw it into the top of it.
Oh.
Watch this. Now
Uh-oh.
check that out. Bam! That's genius, baby. When it rains,
Right.
this is gonna be safe. It's not gonna get too much water. It's gonna
Sure.
mosquitoes are gonna be able to go in there and lay their egg, and then it's gonna be extremely effective around your home. If you want to put them out in your flower beds like that, this is what I would recommend. Have some type of cover over them.
Why is this 20 minutes? You should have sped this up. Just let him talk. Child. I'll go back to Nisi in a minute.
Home Depot or Lowe's, you just screw them into the top, and that's it. I mean, if I can do it,
Anybody can do it, y'all.
Y'all.
understand, super easy, super effective.
Y'all.
Take the easy way out and just put the bucket on top and screw some holes in it and hope the mosquitoes come. But trust me, they're not gonna come to it.
That's a good point, Mackenzie. Some people are going to want to just drill some holes in the top and let them go in there and do their thing, but that's not going to be effective. This is going to be the best route for you, okay? And also too, if you got any mosquito solutions that you like to do around your home, put them in the chat below. We would love to hear from you. You may have something else.
I need to put it in the chat if it ain't effective. I mean, not as effective as this. Look at Madison, Lord. Madison want me to create her a tribute, so I gotta make her a picture tribute. And so um Jessica.
That could be helpful to somebody that's watching this video.
Dad, you know mom's not gonna like that this bright orange bucket is in the middle of her flower bed.
You're right. You know your mom, she's not gonna go for this right here. So you can just hide it anywhere in these bushes like this. Hide it behind a bush. Check this out. It's gonna be effective over here either way. There you go. Look at that. Hey, and guess what? Golden doodle of yours like to try to get in that. It's not gonna hurt her at all. It's gonna be completely safe. And that right there is hidden. I don't.
Oh my gosh. Look,
Bro. At least I didn't fall off a ladder. Bruh.
oh my god.
See, I don't think your mama can see that.
You can see everything, but that's a lot better.
Yeah.
She's
and-
picky.
and she's got eyes on the back of her head. All right, mama, if you watching this video, we love you.
Alice likes to get into every
Child, let me go back to Niecy. It's called multitasking. That's what it's called. It's called multitasking. Mhm.
Leg raises a day, your apron belly will go bye-bye. If you do 20 leg presses a day, your peach will get nice and toned. If you do 25 arm curls a day,
Yeah, of course. So the R2 and the R1 can be disregarded. The important number is the bait stamp number itself, not the letters and the suffix, what they call a suffix that follows. The 3996 is the bait stamp number. Every video in Discovery gets its own bait stamp number. So if you have a security footage from Washington County, that will get a bait stamp number. If you have security footage from Utah County, that will get a separate bait stamp number. That is the legal standard. That is what lawyers all pretty much universally agree is the way Discovery is conducted. You identify particular sources by a particular bait stamp number. You will add a suffix to that number, R1, R2, R3, for clips that originate from that larger bait stamp number document, R3996, or a redacted version. Maybe you have to blur out somebody's face, or you have some private information, or you have to mute it for some reason at a particular time. That tells the judge it comes from 3996, but it's a version of 3996.
so we know that the conversation that is happening here is a version of the original video that was taken on September 11th. So that would therefore indicate that this conversation happened on September 11th, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the only way I think you can logically read this.
Right.
And again, I think it's important that the lawyers involved in the case have never disputed that. The government officials involved in the case have never disputed our interpretation on this. The only people who have ever come along to dispute it are hangers on who are desperate to salvage this Tyler Robinson did it alone narrative.
So now going through this conversation, so we see here that it happened at 6:25 p.m. This time is significant because we know that that Discord message was supposedly sent at 7:57 p.m. Utah time. So that would indicate that this gentleman was
Mm-mm.
having a conversation with law enforcement. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
And went into his phone, which he shouldn't have because he was in custody. But let's assume he had his phone. He then texted his friends confessing to the crime while sitting in the police station after telling the police he wanted a lawyer. It defies logic.
It does, because when you assert your Fifth Amendment right,
Right.
it's a whole series of things that come along with that. When you say, I want a lawyer, I don't want to be questioned,
Immediately.
crime, it's everything surrounding it. It's anything that could reasonably implicate you in the crime. And right here, if you look at the text of that, he never says, I am the person who killed who killed Charlie Kirk. Those words aren't in there. But he did say it was me at UVU yesterday. It was me driving around in the car, as you've seen on the news. It was me walking down the street, as you've seen on the news. We don't know what he meant by it was me at UVU yesterday, but we can reasonably assume, because he's asserting his Fifth Amendment privilege, that the it was me means that's me they're talking about on the news. That's me you're going to hear about. And it was me. The question is, could he possibly have sent this an hour and a half after telling the police, I don't want to talk about it. I want a lawyer. I don't want to implicate myself in a crime.
One tiny flaw ruins most
Exactly.
efforts to- But
You're right.
to the soul to create conductivity, which sounds great in theory, but here's it defies logic. it, it defies logic. A lot of things defy logic.
What drinks are up to that?
Oh.
Drinks, what are they?
Coke, I believe, and Sprite.
The text messages that were sent to Lance Twiggs, they define logic.
Okay, Lisa, stop saying defy logic over and over again. Shit, this a new term for her.
Read it, and then destroy it, and then show a picture. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. So
No, you would have to believe that he decided he was going to commit a crime of the century, take it to his grave. But before he did that, he was going to write a handwritten letter to somebody confessing, set up auto texts to someone confessing, draft many texts in the immediate aftermath confessing, go to the police station, and either shortly before or shortly after turning yourself in, write a public Discord message for all of posterity that anybody who logged into Discord would always know that you confessed.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Depending on getting away with this crime, why confess to it in so many different ways? Why implicate yourself in so many different ways? What's the point? And then to then go into the police office and say, I want a lawyer, I'm not talking.
Yeah.
all of the necessary ingredients for them to arrest him were there, except for the fact that he said I didn't do it. Everything else is like was perfect. Oh, we found this very unique gun. We found a Discord message and a handwritten note. We don't have the handwritten note, but we have a photo of it. It's been destroyed, so we don't have it. We have a photo of it. And then he went and confessed to it's
Don't say defy logic again.
Even more absurdly, the roommate decides, I will destroy this to protect my loved
But I'm
one,
gonna take a picture of it.
destroy it to protect him. But before I do, I'm going to make sure I record a copy and upload it to the cloud.
that's a very great point. If you're going to destroy it, you destroy it. You don't take a picture of it.
These two. Okay,
Yeah.
come on. Wrap it up.
To besides the Bates number,
Right.
you did also pick on some other nuances in this conversation,
What
you think-
nuances?
right? Because one of the things that he says is that his office is closed for the night. Why is
Yeah.
that significant?
Well,
The
because
lawyer.
Thursday.
Uh,
You're open Monday through Friday. And if you turn yourself in on a Thursday and you're talking to a police officer, you might say, "Oh, the lawyer's office is closed for the night,"
or the
indicating,
weekend.
well, they'll be back in the morning, and then I'll get in touch with them, and then I'll have legal counsel. So just give me overnight to get in touch with the lawyer. If it's Friday night at 6:25 p.m.,
Right.
no legal office I'm aware of, I've been a lawyer 20 years or more, no legal office I'm aware of is open on Saturday morning. We don't have like legal clinics in the morning. You just open back up on Monday. If people have a problem over the weekend, they can wait. Nobody would say, "Oh, the office is closed for the night" at 6:30 p.m. on a Friday night. That's just not the verbiage you would use. Even more than that, if you look at the rest of that sentence, he says, "My parents are trying to get in touch with him."
Mm.
This particular lawyer I'm looking for. My parents are trying to get in touch with him, or however it's worded there. but that would mean he's been in touch with his parents very, very recently.
Mm-hmm.
If he turns himself in the evening of September 11th and then is not Mirandized until the next night, how does he know what his parents have been doing all day? How does parents have been in touch with a lawyer? How does he know whether the office is still closed? It defies
Oh
logic.
my
It is
God, you
it's
too.
night,
Jeez.
12, 6:25 p.m. Miranda warning.
And to add
Okay,
to
but y'all are blowing me with this defy logic crap now. Okay, like hey, let it go. Yeah, y'all weighing it out.
so to if we are to accept Paramount Tactical's version of events,
It's doing that. We're not doing it. No, thank you, but we're definitely not nothing with Paramount Tactical, please.
would mean that this conversation is happening 6:25 p.m. on the Friday night. He was detained the night before. So from Thursday night all the way till Friday night, his parents didn't try to get in touch with the lawyer. So they waited until the last moment to get a lawyer for this, and they're not going to be able to for the whole weekend. They had a full 12 hours, however many hours that is,
Yeah.
to get a lawyer, and they didn't.
Right.
This is an emergency situation. He's being implicated in killing Charlie Kirk. You knock on every fucking door you can to get a lawyer.
She cussing.
Just wait until Monday, I guess. I'll just sit in the hole for the next 3 days. Let me know if you hear from him.
And to that point, last night I was reading this and I was just staring at it, and something dawned on me because if that same sentence, he says, told he's a pretty good attorney here.
Mm,
If we are to believe that this conversation happened in Utah County, we wouldn't say here because that lawyer is in Washington.
mm,
Yeah,
good point.
universally beloved figure in Washington County, a very well-known lawyer down there. Something of a local celebrity. He's now retired. He retired, I think, in December after this case was opened in September. And so it wouldn't surprise me that he would say, "Hey, I'm nearing retirement. I don't want to be involved.
Mm,
Try go find another lawyer, work with the public defenders up there." But you also wouldn't refer to him as being here if you're sitting in a jail cell in Provo.
right.
Here is
Exactly.
not 4 hours. That's Washington County. Yeah.
Here's Washington. This conversation clearly happened while he was still in Washington, not the next day, 4 hours away.
Correct.
To me, that's pretty obvious. And something else that dawned on me was that if you go to the affidavit of probable cause, well, there's a little nitpick that I want to bring up after, but at this point, like this probable cause was entered. It says like 7 o'clock in the morning on the 12th, right? Because they go by 100 hours, right? It would
Yeah.
be if this was 9 p.m., it would say 17 or 19. Right. So this was early in the morning. So by early in the morning the next day, they have already spoken to Lance Twigs. Right. We hear it says that investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed the roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. So they've already spoken to Lance Twigs. They've gotten copies of messages. They've also interviewed his family members. They reference that he was talking about the event prior to it happening. So you want us to believe you spoke to his parents, you spoke to Lance Twigs, but you didn't speak to him. You waited until the next day to finally Mirandize him and say, "Hey, do you want to give a statement?"
Right. Yeah.
It defined who
She was
actually
finna say that shit. Yeah.
nobody.
It's actually worse than that
Oh,
because let's say he spontaneously confesses
right,
at some point
right,
and you've never given him his Miranda warning.
right.
And you're talking to somebody walks by and he interprets that as interrogation and he says, "Oh, I did it. I killed Charlie Kirk." You can't use it. You've not given
Right.
him a Miranda.
Exactly.
Now you're in court arguing whether that was custodial interrogation. That's not a position a police department wants to find itself in. They give the Miranda warning early and often. They give it quick.
Mhm.
Hey,
Immediately.
as soon as we've got him in custody. That's why in police shows, while they're putting the cuffs on,
They immediately saying it. Yep, for sure.
Is eligible to be used as evidence. Like you said, you completely waived that possibility if you haven't given them their rights.
Correct.
Yeah, this is a little bit irrelevant, but it just I have to say it because just I noticed it last night. It bothered me.
Please.
In this affidavit of probable cause, they talk about suspects climbing over a short wall. So they get this 12:15 hours, suspect was observed walking up the stairs that led to the common area adjacent to the Losi Center building. Suspect walked to a short concrete wall that separates the common area from the rooftop of the Losi Center building. So they're describing him climbing over a concrete wall to access the roof to go take there's no concrete wall.
Is there not?
There's
I'm
no-
not looking closely enough. Is there not a little? Oh, it's raining.
It's raining.
Ooh,
It's great.
good catch.
Could it be that little concrete wall on the far end on the other side of the railing there that kind of runs off at a 45-degree angle to the left? I don't know.
No, no, don't fall.
This is what he answered.
Yeah, that's a great observation. I've not looked at these photos closely enough to get to the language. That's great.
And so I'm like, what concrete? But I remember vividly watching this video.
Let's see what this guy doing. Headaches. Eat. Well, first of all, I actually had to go and uh put him back to sleep because you know that guy, Mr. Cola. Um, and then I had to go put my clothes in the dryer. Only thing that I didn't do was use the bathroom. Um, but I did grab the rest of the Zaxby salad from out the refrigerator on my way from the dryer. And so I got a headphone in my pocket. Luckily, I was able to hear. I didn't have to pause. Just cut it down a little bit. Oh, it's down. Okay. Um,
How he got access to the roof. I only realized it was like barely a TV. Well, you imagine if you think you have to like go up a ladder, like this was just you have to hop over the railing and you're there. So if you guys are not actually reporting on this, like what else is inaccurate in your thing that you've been researching up until this point.
oh,
That's a really interesting question, and I do have my concerns that Tyler Robinson may not go to trial.
mm,
And I think that would be a travesty because I think it would delay or deny the public's ability to find out who killed Charlie Kirk, how, and why. I that killed Charlie Kirk. I don't
mm,
believe that.
oh, 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 still talking about me.
Talking about
Okay.
what's in the probable,
Right.
what's on base stamp document.
Oh, oh, right. Mm-hmm.
That there for me, that if it happens,
Mhm.
they saw that the news coverage and they saw they looked at it like that's our side. But if what you're saying is
Absolutely.
Really good question. I don't know.
Should.
I've heard the rumor that
Oh, mm, 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 ooh.
I
Mm.
that's my that this goes like very because a lot of people for that Utah area is kicked out for no good reason. And then we get
that that encompasses this case. There's no doubt about that. And to your point of
that Charlie Kirk faked his death.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Robinson is
Ooh.
by that, and the reality is that that's true, we would never know.
Exactly.
The end of the world, you know,
You're not gonna live the
members
journey.
anyway,
Right.
foolish, right? So
Opinion that Tyler Robinson is being framed, and other than what we talked
Uh-oh.
maybe the time Tyler Robinson is supposed to planes, the Hades programs, and was supposed to
Hmm.
flight pattern. It's a very sophisticated, very technically advanced plane that can do a whole lot of things.
Hmm.
I just don't understand why it happened. I don't understand why a plane with Orem, Utah,
Hmm.
yeah. Now this is listed as September 12 over here on the left. St. George. This is so up here over the St. George 9 o'clock.
You know that Zaxby salad, that cob, Lord, with the boiled egg and that bacon.
official narrative.
Ooh. Ooh.
Certain altitude so that they can communicate with people.
Ooh.
These planes have the ability to track people
Mm.
based on electronic devices in your pockets.
Ooh.
Information on the ground.
Ooh. It was
That
only
means a
two left.
government contract.
Ooh. And then where's it going? And
Whatever
El
it was that
Paso.
you accomplished. So this
Ooh.
Here, I said, what do you, if Tyler Robinson is the patriot, if
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
afraid of a shooting,
Ooh.
you know, if a
Ooh. Ooh. Mm. Mm.
but that's consistent
Right.
with my
Right. Mm.
you and I would not be.
Exactly. Facts.
It would have
the
been
narrative would be a transfer, he did this and that's that.
Right.
clean.
Yeah. No diabetes or oil. It's okay. I don't know that. I don't know that. It's a good point. Look at these two. Is he talk on it? I think one of them is a little lazy. But even if he was to believe that theory, how he's not able to survive. How is he the pastor? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how did he become the pastor? I just don't know how to do it. How is he the pastor? 'Cause there was a lot going on with this. Um, uh,
And maybe the resisting, and then lo and behold.
Oh, wow.
To the Butler, Pennsylvania.
Uh-oh.
To see if there was like planes flying over Butler.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's not a case I'm talking about.
They're not get you in trouble.
Yeah, I don't wanna.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It was
Right.
believe the official narrative, but was it staged or was it not staged? Was that all fake and it was catch a party here, or was it real?
Okay. Because, oh, okay. Oh, well, oh, so he died some other way?
Because
Uh-huh. Ooh, 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 uh-uh, uh-uh. Barry, Barry's like, that's why I don't believe it.
That's still with the whole can of worms. Like, he's still, like, what was
Me too. Ooh, 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 ooh.
so all of that.
some people you having not been manipulated into doing it.
It's not the natural development of a lot of trunk.
I was about to say, it's not like you should one more time.
You start to disagree with. You
Patsy's
Are they wrapping it up?
live or quickly radicalized, or
I'll be walking around with this extra sibling. I've not seen that.
Go find the footage. It's wild.
Right.
Yeah, I do get spooked by that one. That one spooks me more
Mm.
Thanks.
Constantly. Yeah.
And you
no way to look guiltier than start removing.
Mm. This is true.
are full locked in.
I don't think he was intended.
The process is the punishment.
People tend.
Research, you have a lot of people who want to talk to you. So thank you so much for squeezing me into your busy.
Sometimes and featured on my program. It's excellent
Indeed.
work. It's
Indeed.
very
Indeed. Exactly,
You
girl.
do what I can. Do it. And
Look.
at a time.
Yeah, like everybody else. For sure. For sure.
well. It's
Of
always a
course.
pleasure to be here with you.
Indeed.
And I like.
Separate from this, so
I want to have you on my member show. I've had several people ask me to have you on the member show. I do those on Fridays. Doing
Yeah, you too.
Casting on Fire. I've
Yep.
had Trigger Smart. I've
Yeah.
had Coach Colin.
Coach, yeah. You had a lot of people on there.
I've had Zach Costello. I've had a lot of fun people on there, and we don't talk Charlie Kirk. We just talk.
Right.
There's no program. There's
Right.
no anything. It's just how do you get into podcast? I usually ask that question.
Right.
What made you?
Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Ooh, nice. Uh-uh. Right, exactly. That too. We can talk about them too. Exactly. He's so cute. Exactly. That's what we're gonna get into, honey. Okay. Listen, the script, dog. Get the script, honey. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Oh my God, this is great. This is 7 years ago. And he was on the news? Look at that. On the news, guys. 7 years ago. It's crazy. Ooh, this is a really cool one.
Traveling is all about following and
Just let me just see.
It is the for the near lethal punch.
Near lethal. Look at Gay.
After his last fight, hit him as hard as a brick. But all
I see why he had all of the movie Gay. Let me go see.
family, heard the family, they were screaming, go Lula, go Lula. And his family cheering him on, and then what happened? Gabriel has been trying to process what happened. That opponent
Near lethal.
guilt? Yeah, it's said for guilt, and for months.
Near lethal is great. Let's just say it. Shout out to Gay. We know him a little news. We got him a little news article. Want to call it story. That's what's up. Um, that was 7 years ago, and he had locks. Struggling to get that hair to grow now. Um, all right, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. Be- Because of course we gotta be back tomorrow. We gotta be back tomorrow. And so we might as well tread lightly. You have to tread lightly, coming back Sundays, Mondays. Maybe. Oh, I'm off tomorrow. Now that I think about it, it's Memorial Day. It is Memorial Day tomorrow. I forgot. Almost forgot. So I'm definitely finna get up off of this thing. For sure. I'm scrolling. I'm just trying to see. Let me refresh this thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm finna get up out here. I don't want to read about Corey Richards. No. No. I don't care nothing about no UFO sightings. Sorry. Y'all tried to cap about it for 2 decades, 3 decades. You know, like, no. They allegedly just tried to pew 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 Trump again. Even it's I'm like at this point we don't know which ones is real, which ones is not. Oh my goodness. Tragic. Tragic. Okay, vibes. Cartel just dropped a new song. Mm. Young and just dropped another freestyle. In the meantime, in between time, love